everyone. Good morning. So let's chat this morning about getting you started to making your vision board and making your homestead a reality. Let's do this together. This morning I just wanted to get on here and chat with you very briefly about a little trick that we have used the past couple years that I firmly believe has helped us grow our homestead and our wish list basically. So what we do every year is I make a family checklist of items and moments and fun times, and I put that list together and I compose that list as our vision board to move ahead on our journey to develop our homestead. So the first and foremost item that would be on the list if you're planning to make a vision board to move forward in your journey as a homesteader is where you would like the location to be. So I knew whereabouts I wanted the location to be. Let's just say I put property up north. From there, we searched for property. We've tried everything. We looked at auctions, county auctions, property for sale, property for lease. So many options out there. And don't think that something is out of your reach, because we actually did for a long time. We thought we would never be able to move forward in purchasing some property, but a miracle happened, and we're very thankful for that. And just keep that in mind as you're looking. There's a couple properties that we had our heart set on, and it just did not work out. And now I can say that I'm actually happy for that, because, in the end, it will always work out. So the second thing is, how do you want the landscape to be? What do you want on your property? For us, we don't want a big house. As I get older, I don't want to have to care for a big home. While a farmhouse would be, with a wraparound porch, would be lovely, that's just not what I'm willing to do right now. I want something tiny, small. I don't want anything large that I have to have upkeep of. What do you want on the property? What are you looking for? What is your dream? What is your vision? And write it down. So your first one would be the property, where you want the location to be. The second is, what do you want on that property? Do you want a home? Do you want a cabin? Do you want a tiny house? Do you want barns or garages, greenhouses, garden sheds? These are all little things that you could ask for in your wish list and your vision board. Now, they may not come to you, and I want to make this clear. They may not come to you in brand new pole barns or brand new garages. We had a shed given to us that my husband had to put back together. It was a used shed. And you know what? The two of us are grateful for that. Our garden shed, a neighbor had purchased one and decided that it didn't fit their needs anymore. And she was more than happy to sell that to me at a very discounted price. And we're also thankful for that. And that's another point. You have to be thankful for what you have in order to accept what's going to come in the future. We're always pushing forward, and if the hustle and bustle of the world, everybody wants everything right now. And sometimes that's not how it works. And you'll see as I go through my list a little bit. So the next thing was how I wanted to landscape my gardens, where I wanted my garden beds to be. Developing the land is another item. So developing our land, we were very, very blessed. My husband's a wonderful man, and he has tremendous friends who have helped bring our journey to what it is, with simple let us up borrowing their truck to a trailer to move dirt, or helping us load the dirt into the trailer, or borrowing a tractor for a day, or even our excavator. A friend was so kind to let us use their excavator. Check with your friends, check with your neighbors. A lot of them are more than willing to help. I know the world seems really harsh right now and hard to get through, but there's a lot of people that are willing to stand up and help one another. And those gentlemen that helped us are blessings. So, with my gardens, I wanted to know where I wanted this to be, how I wanted the layout to be. And a lot of this starts with just a few simple items: a notebook and a pen. Write your stuff down, write your vision list down, design your garden that you want. It's a simple moment that you can take that's going to transform how you want this to be and the end result to be. What you want to grow in your gardens. Do you want to grow vegetables? Do you want to grow flowers? Do you want to grow both like I do? Plants, shrubbery, fruit trees and different fruits, grapevines, strawberries. What do you want to put there at your homestead that's going to provide for you and your family? What are your interests in? Another item would be kind of our hardscape of where our placement would be for, say, our campfire. We knew we wanted a campfire pit. We wanted to have the family gathered around, and there was a couple years where they would gather around, but we would have plastic chairs, and a couple broke, and we would have just the metal chairs and just try to hang out around the small little campfire. It started off as a little rock campfire, and we built it up, and now it is what I envisioned and what I dreamt of. We still love the stone effect, though, the rustic look, but we wanted to make it ours, and that was important to me and my husband. We had a lot of water on our property, and it was washing out our driveway. It was washing out the property. So my goal was to have my husband dig a pond where the water could accumulate, and we could use that water in case of an emergency to wash something down. Basically have a little pond there for use, and we ended up having 2 ponds. My Gagey calls the second pond his pond, which he loves. And these kids love these ponds. I can't tell you how much they love them. I know I'm getting off task here, but they will climb in that pond and they will try to catch frogs and check out the fish that are in there now. And they're having a ball with that. The puppies love the pond. They love to get in and cool off, and they also chase the frogs around. It's just a nice time, nice moments to have. I'm not telling you need a pond. Of course, this is your design, your life, what you want to shoot for. So around the campfire pit, through the years, we have tried to cook on the campfire, which has turned out pretty well. We love French toast over a campfire. But being that the family likes to congregate with us on the weekends, we needed a little bit more room to cook breakfasts and lunch and dinners. So one of my goals was to have some sort of kitchen. Now, it is not something that belongs in a Better Homes and Garden magazine. It doesn't have refrigerators and whatnot, but it does have a place where it holds our grills and a place for us to set our condiments and set out the food for everyone to serve themselves. So on my wish list, I had put an outdoor kitchen, but basically I've got a wood box with a bar top, and let me tell you, we're in love with it. It's beautiful, and it's simple enough for me. Another thing is I wanted to have a very large picnic table, and we want to have dinners. We want to be exposed to our friends and our family, and that's very important to me. This is why I wanted the camp slash homestead, to bring back values of being around one another. I mean, when I was a kid, I remember all our elders would hang out around the kitchen table and chat for hours and play cards and just enjoy each other's company. So that's important to me. And my grandson actually said, "Can we make sure we play a lot of games and card games at the picnic table this coming summer?" And I said, "Absolutely, we can do that." Another thing was a pergola. Now, I did not want a fancy pergola. I just wanted something because I was transplanting my wisteria vine to camp, so to the homestead. Um, so I wanted to have something that can climb up, and I wanted it identical to what I had here. We keep the cost very minimal. Um, all our lumber is purchased through a local Amish, and you can certainly check your local companies, lumber companies. Um, we happen to have Amish that live close by, and they do a beautiful job with crafting their lumber, and it's true to size. We had gotten a very good deal on a piece of live edge, and my husband crafted this beautiful picnic table, and I'm still in love with it. Um, so it's worked and it's held up, and I can't wait to have many more dinners around that and play cards with my grandbabies. Another thing is the kind of tools that you want in the area. What do you want to have as far as your tools on your property? Um, so this is things that can help you with, gardening or moving dirt, or, everything we did was pretty much ourselves, hand dug, crafted out and carved out with our bare hands. And, of course, those few people that helped us with loaning their equipment to us. So that was very nice. But small things like maybe a plow, and we think of a plow truck, but we actually had another friend who was getting rid of a four-wheeler plow, and for a very economical price, and it worked out perfect. So it's not those big large ticket items that people would dream of. It works out being just what we need. It doesn't have to be extravagant. And if you're looking for extravagant lifestyle, I'm not your girl. I want stuff to be simple and reasonable and not break the bank and just provide us comfort. So, along with that is like a lawnmower. Do you want a lawnmower for your property? Those small things, shovels, rakes, gardening tools, that sort of thing. And I compiled that on my list. Another item is the animals. What kind of animals do you want to have on your homestead? What are your goals? I know personally what my goal is. This may not be the same as yours, but I would love to be a beekeeper. I would love to be able to make my own honey, and care for the bees. I'm a big bee lover because of gardening. I know that they help produce my food, and I'm appreciative of that. And so honey beekeeping would be on my list. I would love little baby chickens, and I would love bunny rabbits. And funny story, they were on my list for 2024. And while they're not at the property, they are at my daughter's house, and that makes me believe that the list actually helps, because I had put bunnies on my list. We had drove past a little Amish mart, and there was bunnies for sale sign, and I said, "Oh, let's just stop, let's just look." And sure enough, my daughter we ended up getting a bunny, and we were like, oh boy, what are we going to do with this bunny? And as we were driving down the road, no lie, a side of the road was a bunny house that someone had put out that they didn't want any longer. So we had this bunny in a box. We had no idea how we were going to care for it. Was it just going to live in our living room? We didn't know. We knew we were going to take care of it. We just didn't know how. But that was provided for us on our way back to camp. Someone had just put it alongside the road, and I'm not ashamed if it's on the side of the road. If somebody's giving it away, I am a reuse, repurpose girl, and that's what we did. So it's small things like that. Another item is activities. And this is important to me because having the homestead, we want to make sure that these activities, these moments, are centered around what our interests are. And it's important to plan out ideas of fun things for us to do, like pack up and take a picnic, go to camp. We're gonna leave from camp and go to the beach. We have a beach that's not far from us. We have a creek that's not far. Fishing is important to my family. Playing cards, taking hikes. One of my favorite things is stargazing. I can sit there for hours and stare at the stars, and we check the apps on our phone and look at where the planets are and what stars are aligned above us. And those are the moments that I want to have. I want my granddaughter just tell me the starlight, starbright, saying over and over again. Those are the moments I live for. So just small little ideas for you to put on your vision list. I mean, there's multiple things that you would want to do. Do you want to build a porch? Do you want fencing put up? Do you want fencing around your garden? Be specific of what you want. And like I said, it's not about it coming to you brand spanking new. You're asking for it from the universe, and it's coming to you the way it's intended to. And be thankful for it. And that's all I have to say is the most important thing. Write it down, appreciate it, think on it, envision yourself there, and be thankful for every step that you have. The most important thing is that start with your pen, your notebook, and write your items down that you're hopeful for. And this can apply to anything in your life. Write it down and envision it. Look at it every day if you want. Be reminded. Place it somewhere you're going to see it every day, whether it's on the bathroom mirror or your refrigerator door. Take time to read it and remember what your goals are. But most importantly, remember that you have to be thankful for what you have. You have to be thankful for where you are. And it will all come to you in good time. And I wish you well. And I hope that you start your journey today. So my friends, with that, I'm gonna tell you, see you later. Stay strong, stay healthy, stay happy, stay safe, stay rooted. With love, Kristina.